We've all seen thousands of home security cameras that claim to have the best night vision, but typically rely on the tried and true high contrast black and white night vision provided by infrared lights. Others use bright spotlights to create color night vision at the expense of blinding your subjects and annoying your neighbors. Now what if you could get full color night vision even in low to almost no light with no spotlights or really any visible indication that the camera is recording? So stick around as we take a look at Eufy's new flagship camera, the EufyCam S3 Pro with MaxColor. Hey there neighbors, I'm Ryan the Tech Guy and welcome back to This Smart House, your source for the latest in new smart home gear and the best in smart home projects. So today we're going to be looking at the latest home security camera from Eufy, the EufyCam S3 Pro. Eufy went all out on the launch of this product, even sending it to a select few reviewers like myself in this really cool motorized gift box that I teased on YouTube Shorts earlier this week. Now unfortunately, due to some shipping delays and my travel plans, I've only had about a week with the system so far, but there's plenty to talk about. So quickly, a big thank you goes out to Eufy for sending out this camera, the awesome gift box, and their continued support of this channel. Now let's jump into all the features of the S3 Pro and see what Eufy has in store for us this year. So to start things off, let's jump into what really sets the EufyCam S3 Pro apart, starting with its new night vision system. Now this new feature called MaxColor Vision gives you near daylight video quality even at night. Now here's that same exact scene being filmed from my Samsung S24 Ultra. As you can see, it's near pitch black outside. You get all the full color detail without the need for bright, blinding spotlights that other systems use. This is perfect for security without really aggravating your neighbors. And when you're in the app, you actually have an option to select from two different levels of the MaxColor Vision, standard and enhanced. Plus, coming at launch, there's going to be a third level called Ultra Daylight that enhances the scene even more. Of course, if you need to, you can swap back over to traditional color night vision using the included white spotlights. And if necessary, you can also go all the way back to infrared supported black and white night vision as well. Now I actually stumbled onto the biggest advantage of the MaxColor last night during a heavy storm. I was actually getting some footage for this video using the MaxColor mode, and I couldn't really tell if it was even raining, except for the occasional lightning I saw. Then I swapped over to color and black and white night vision and noticed the camera was completely blinded by the reflections off the rain. Now having the option of swapping over to the MaxColor Vision is truly a huge improvement over basically getting nothing during a storm. So as for quality, this camera records in 4K at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. This is a frame rate up to 15 frames per second during daylight. While at night, the frame rate is going to drop a little bit, but the clarity and color detail more than make up for that, even in the most challenging of environments. Now this lens has a field of view of 135 degrees, which is a nice balance of details versus a wide coverage. If you do use a spotlight to power the traditional color night vision, there's a new feature called the adaptive spotlight. This feature adjusts the brightness of the spotlight based on how close the subject actually is. So when motion is detected, the spotlight will automatically turn on, but as the subject gets closer, it'll actually dim the spotlight. This is great for reducing harsh lighting while still illuminating the scene, ensuring the camera captures detailed footage without blinding the subject or completely washing out your image. Additionally, the touch to focus spotlight control in the app allows you to manually select a subject in live camera view. And when you do this, it's going to either dim or brighten the spotlight to focus on the different areas with greater precision. This adds another layer of control and ensures you're always capturing the best footage, even in live view. Now let's talk about how to power this camera. Very similar to the EufyCam 3, this camera has an integrated solar panel. And this is their new SolarPlus 2.0 panel. This upgraded solar panel is not only larger than the one on the EufyCam 3, but is also more efficient. It's designed to capture more sunlight, even in lower light conditions, which means the camera can stay powered longer, especially in areas that don't get constant direct sun. One of the other cool features is the ability to dynamically switch between solar, battery, or USB-C power. So when the camera is powered by the internal solar panel, external solar panel, or battery alone, the camera only records based on motion, or if you manually trigger it inside the app. This camera is actually equipped with two different types of motion sensors, a traditional passive infrared sensor and a radar motion sensor. With both these sensors, it can detect any motion from about 40 feet in front of the camera. But here's the really unique part. If you do connect this camera to constant USB-C power, you unlock 24/7 recording, making this camera a true powerhouse for continuous monitoring. They've also brought back the cross-camera function that's in beta right now. This allows you to track motion across multiple cameras, and it was first introduced on the E330 Pro system I reviewed a few months ago. Now, if you do have to install this camera somewhere that doesn't have direct sunlight, you can actually use the included external USB solar panel to move the panel up onto your roof line and get full sun coverage. It's super nice that they include one of these in the kit. Now, the S3 Pro is built tough with an IP67 rating, meaning it's fully dustproof and waterproof. And it can handle all kinds of weather, from rainstorms to high winds. Plus, it operates in temperatures ranging from -4 degrees Fahrenheit up to 122, making it ideal for both freezing winters and scorching summers. Now, this is the same temperature range as my original EufyCam 3s, which have been outside my house for the last 2 years and have had no problems with low temperatures. The system also comes with upgraded two-way audio, featuring a full duplex system, so you can both talk and listen at the same time. Now, as we take a look at Eufy's new flagship camera series, the EufyCam S3 Pro. You can also use the camera speaker as a 105 decibel Siren. This adds an extra layer of security, perfect for scaring away intruders or animals. Now, just like the original EufyCam 3, the S3 Pro requires the included HomeBase 3, which brings a ton of advanced features to the table. First of all, it unlocks person, vehicle, and animal detection, which makes motion alerts much smarter and much more relevant. Now, the HomeBase 3 also supports facial recognition, making it smarter about who it alerts you about. You can actually go into the app and name the faces that it recognizes and get custom alerts when they're detected. In addition, you can set up alerts to be notified when a stranger is detected. But one thing to note, depending on the angle of the camera and the time of day, the camera might not recognize you and you may show up as a stranger. It happens to me all the time. Now, one of the minor issues I find with all of the EufyCam series is the lack of onboard storage. It relies 100% on the HomeBase 3 storage. So if the camera is unable to communicate with the HomeBase, you lose all your footage. This is especially a concern because criminals are getting smarter and using things like Wi-Fi de-auth attacks to knock wireless cameras offline. So in the future, I'd like to see them add at least a small amount of buffer on the camera itself. That way it can send that footage after it reconnects. But when it comes to storage, the HomeBase 3 includes 16 gigabytes of onboard storage right out of the box, which can be easily expanded all the way up to 16 terabytes using any standard 2.5-inch internal hard drive. The same sort of hard drives you'd find in a laptop. And that's something that's super easy to install right here in the carrier included on the top of the HomeBase. Now, one of the most unique features of the system is a 24/7 snapshot mode, where the camera takes periodic snapshots every few seconds, allowing you to review what happened all the way throughout the day without having to comb through a long video or taking up a lot of battery. And for all my Apple fans out there, this system will actually support HomeKit right at launch, making it easier to integrate with your existing smart home ecosystem. Of course, you can already integrate it with Google Assistant and Alexa, so it's got all the major platforms covered. Now, I would assume the Apple HomeKit functionality will come to older devices through firmware updates, but I'll have to check with my contacts to see if that's the case. Overall, I think the system is super powerful and will meet most of the needs of consumers out there today looking to get started with smart home security, especially because of the excellent night vision and super powerful AI features. Unfortunately, Eufy is not offering the gift box for purchase, but when you do pick up one of these packages, it includes 2 of the EufyCam S3 Pro cameras, 1 of the HomeBase 3s, 1 of the external solar panels, mounts for all the cameras and the solar panel, all the necessary cables, and hardware to install the cameras. Now, if you do want to connect these cameras to power 24/7, you will need to purchase an additional outdoor rated plug and long cable, which you can purchase those online from most places like Amazon. So right now, Eufy's only offering this as a kit, but I assume they'll eventually sell the S3 Pro cameras individually. This could be a great option if you're looking to expand your system on down the road, or if you've already adopted the Eufy ecosystem and already have a HomeBase 3 sitting around somewhere. Now we come down to the all-important price. Now, I haven't been given an official price point for this camera system yet, but through some research, I think it'll be about $549 US when it launches. This is, of course, for the 2-camera kit that includes the HomeBase 3 and the solar panel. Now, I could be completely wrong about that price, so keep an eye out on the description for any updates on the price point. But even if the kit is priced at $550, you still get a ton of value. This is an all-in-one kit that can get you started very easily with home security. You get the 2 powerful cameras that can be placed pretty much anywhere, and an extremely intelligent base station that adds a ton of local AI features. And the best part is there is no reoccurring subscription required because everything is stored on the HomeBase itself, including all of the AI algorithms. So none of that is necessary to transmit to the cloud. But they do offer some additional cloud storage if you want that, or you can connect an external hard drive to the back of the HomeBase to back up your footage. And you can use the Eufy security app when you're outside of your home using your home's internet connection. All in all, if you're looking for a flexible and powerful camera system, I think this one is a good choice. Now, if you already are in the Eufy ecosystem and already have a HomeBase 3, you might want to wait until they sell these cameras individually. But the simple fact that you can use these in almost any lighting condition, the built-in solar panel where you never really have to charge the units, and the fact that you can either use this as a battery-powered camera or swap over to permanent power for 24/7 recording is super, super powerful. So really, the only two downsides I see of this camera system is 1, the price point, and 2, no local storage on the camera. But aside from those 2 points, I think this camera system gives you a ton of flexibility and you get those awesome AI-powered features like facial recognition that aren't really available on any other camera system today. Before we wrap up, a quick note for my Home Assistant users. There is an unofficial Eufy security integration available in the Hack Store. However, because this system was a pre-release, I wasn't able to get it integrated and tested just quite yet. So I'm hoping the developer will add support soon, as the previous generation of battery-powered cameras are already supported. So if you'd like to check out that integration, I'm going to link down in the description to that GitHub repository. So again, I want to thank Eufy for sending over the camera system and for sponsoring today's video. Now, if you are interested in picking up this system, you can find links in the description below. And check out the pinned comment for any updated sales, especially through the launch of this camera. Now, before you take off, if you'd like to see my other Eufy security videos, I've got a whole playlist right over here. And if you want to check out all of my camera reviews, you can go to that playlist right there. And as always, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking my face right down here. Thanks for making it this far, and I'll see you on the next video.